Good day. This is Tironan's Unfriendly Skies, and we have a brand new toy to show you. This is the BV212-03. And it's a direct upgrade from the BV210. This is a whole series of design studies. I don't know that any of them were ever built. I kind of doubt it. From what I've seen, none of them were. So it's another notional plane. And so really, besides talking to you about paper studies, there's no history. Ballman Voss is still alive and functional as a company to this day. You can find them, find their website. They are still into aircraft and ships and other things. They're a full conglomerate based in Germany, direct descendant of the Ballman Voss during the, well, they actually existed before and after the Nazi period. So there's no history to back this up on at all. It was eventually, but you see echoes of it here. The HES 011 was never completed development. The Junkers Humo 004E and 4C were both engines that were produced. When I got the aircraft done, of course, I had completely upgraded to the 1101, and it had direct influences on the upgrading. So when I got the aircraft, you start off with the single line. Because I'd already researched these things before, it's just a matter of purchasing them. Literally, I got the, only had to purchase one of the cannons because I got them off the last one. And they are the MG213/20Cs. And the rockets are 24 rockets, 150 damage each. And the engine. So I went from base zero to full upgrade with just coin. Alright, let's talk about it a little bit. You get 600 DPS at the standard 2624. After that, it's just a matter of upgrades from that point on. Of course, we do have some, probably should talk about these real quick. As it comes, this is what you get. You get the sights, you get the airframe, and of course you get the engine. There is no upgrade for the forward firing cannon. Sorry, that's the way it came. Specialist configurations, you get the outboard weapons. So needless to say, if you spec the aircraft, you're not going to get a whole lot of upgrades. One point, and that only for the outboard weapon. It has no turret, of course, so that's pretty much out. Alright, let's just move right along here. You get the 24 Ram rockets, or if you want to use this as a fighter bomber, God knows why you'd want to. You can simply go back to upgrades. Take the 4 WGR-210 rockets, and I can't imagine why you'd take any of the other versions of this. Alright, survivability is 405, which is adequate. Airspeed is 304, which at Tier 9, pretty pedestrian. If you want to change that, you can, of course, change your down here, and you can go get your polished skin, and you can get the uprated engine. Maneuverability. With the stuff that is on it right now, let's go back to that. Everything is in the 200s, which, unless I decide to spec the aircraft, is probably where it's going to stay. And that's yet to be determined. I like this aircraft. I'm not sure that I like its successor very much, but we'll see. Maximum altitude. Optimal altitude is 65, 62, which is not bad, which means you can operate 8,000, 9,000 feet without too much of an issue. All right. I played the aircraft a few times. You all know how competitive the game is. And good day. Alright, so this is the flying portion of the BV-212.03, as a matter of fact, Baumann-Voss's edition. For those that skipped ahead from my explanation and just wanted to see the flying portion, there is the basic information you need to know. Alright, I'm going to go help the guys with the command base. I think that's a little more important than the air base. You'll notice you get 10 seconds of boost time. And again, 600 GPS, which should be pretty nice. Looks like this guy's going to hang himself out to dry. I'll speak for the effectiveness of the firepower. Judge the turn time yourself here. Another deader. And that wraps that up. Let's get over and help with the airbase. Guys here seem to be having a real tough time with this the fighters. Not sure what that's about, but that's okay. Takes care of that. No real damage to worry about, so I'm not going to bother with getting to the trying to worry about repairs or anything along that line. You know, I'm coming to the conclusion this aircraft's a lot faster than it's being shown on the deal, because it is quick. Go ahead and extend flaps, slow down here a little bit. Second time I've overrun the gentleman. There we go. Now I am not interested in jumping into that melee, and there's an IL-20 down here anyway I'd much rather deal with. Alright. Now we'll hit flaps again. Slow down a little bit. Seem to be very much faster than the competition. Yeah. I did not get enough sleep last night, gentlemen, so excuse me if I'm a little rough-voiced. All right. Move right along. I mentioned it had air-to-air rockets. And you're looking at about 60 seconds of reload if I don't miss my guess, maybe a little shorter. Alright, we've been down this route before. Let's not overshoot the gentleman. He's down to 50% health. Six seconds till rocket reload, and we have bombers coming in. Perfect. Better than Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And yeah. Did you tell I'm tired, gentlemen? Because I am. Well, let's see here. Let's get to the right base and let's go back to battle. And when you really want those rockets, yeah, I already blew them. Okay. Unfortunately, I do not have time to get back and heal up, so we're going to do what we can do here. Save the rockets so when you get absolutely parallel with the gentleman. Oh, Well, I've been shooting down the guy all day long. I guess I can't really blame him. Let's see where we are in the... Got a nice lead if we don't screw up too bad like I have been. Are we going to pull us out or not? We might just squeak by if we don't lose all our aircraft. Didn't need to see that one. Come on, gentlemen. Hang in there for a few more seconds. We'll be all right. Yes, we did it. Okay, so we did pretty good there. Even got a Rocketeer out of it. Head-on pass. Subjugator. Let's turn the hangar. Alright, so it's at this point of the game that the game crashes to desktop. So we have no results to show for you. You've seen this throughout the game. So I'm going to put in another battle here. And I am going to tell you up front, I make mistakes, and they're pretty big. And it's just completely a product of my exhaustion. Yeah, I know about it. Don't bother telling me about it. I knew it when I made it, but I wanted to get this video out. 2 good victories. Take it for what it is. We'll go on from there. 8 hours playing wargaming. World of Planes. And apparently got a little too wound up because I couldn't sleep real well last night. That's not your problem, that's mine. So if the piloting skills have taken a degradation, you know why. If you've flown any of the uh, 1100 series, you know why this is, how the gun fires and how it works, pretty much the same thing. I think I'm getting a little too low. I told you I was tired. I'm glad the rest of the team is pulling up my slack. Let's get back to it. Trying to get where I can help my teammates here, make up for my screwing up. Boy, this thing is too fast right now by a long shot. Okay. Running circles around the various aircraft here. Oh, another BV. It's a long way away and we have other fish to fry right now. No, you can't dogfight with me. Yeesh. And that's going to wrap that one up. All right. Two and five came about midway, and that's probably fair. But we ripped them up pretty good nonetheless. The plane is careful. You can tell that I'm flying tired. That's okay. Bottom line, this aircraft has a lot of capabilities. The R4M rockets really help when somebody goes head on with you. You can take them on very successfully. You can take them on head to head. It's got very flat shooting guns. It's every bit of the equal of the 1101 with the addition of the rockets. I'm not the 1101, I'm sorry, the 1092 with the addition of the rockets. And if you chose to specialize it, it'd be an awfully good aircraft. You probably get it, like I said, down to 10.3, 10.2. The firepower is more than adequate without the rockets, and the rockets give you some protection and the ability to kill bombers very quickly, which certainly is an advantage. The turning circle is more than adequate. It's not going to be confused with the turn and burn, but it doesn't need to be. You got to reach on these cannons. They're going to be limited to 26-24 because you do not have the specialization slot on that. Your next step on the line, if we look at this, is going to put you at the 215. So what can you expect from it? Well, it's a different kind of aircraft. So let's take a look at that. We'll bring it up. Gun armament on it. Instead of having 3 20s, you get 4. This will bring you up to 800 DPS and bring you up to 800 DPS. Optimal distance is going to stay the same. You do get a defensive 13 millimeter MG-131 for a defensive turret. I would not be counting on much for that. Survivability is going to jump all the way up to 850 points, so you know it's a big tank. And I believe that's going to show up here as marginally faster, 9 miles an hour faster. Maneuverability is looking pretty grim here. And yeah, you're into the 14 second 360. A full, when you get this aircraft, originally it is 10.8. We've got it down to 10.5 right now with the add-ons on the 212. Rate of roll is not great. And altitude performance is 66. Bring that up. So you're not going to get any higher. Let's kind of top in for all the multi-rolls. So you get a, unless I missed something major here, I don't see, there's no upgrade here. And you're at 96 DPS. That's not going to do much for you. You do get 56 ram rockets. I would suggest you use them early and often. But it gives you an idea of where you're going to. You can then make the decision whether to finish up the line or stop at the 212. There's nothing about the 215 that excites me all that much. I will eventually get it, but I will tell you, as it sits with me right now, it's a very low priority. I'd rather work on getting the pilot, who is now 100%, some decent experience with it. And if I ever get enough silver and experience with the aircraft to upgrade, it will be on my nice to-do list, not my have-to-do list. This is a really good aircraft. I'm not really all that interested in a 14-second turn time aircraft with no offensive armaments to speak of. And that's just me. All right, so there we go. There's your BB-212. This is fully upgraded. It's not fully spec'd. When I get it fully spec'd, I'll do another show on it, and until such time, that will wrap this one up. I hope you have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow.